I should be dead or in jail like most of my friends. And I built this armor to protect me. We have this artificial ceiling, and it's your childhood beliefs and what you think you're worthy of. You can get really successful, but you will hit a wall. You're only going to go as far as you're healing. You cannot heal what you're unwilling to reveal.
We are the cause of and cure of all of life's problems.
When you're numbing and you're coping with things, you're also pushing down joy. Look in the mirror, fix that person, and you will grow. If you're a visionary or you're a business owner, a mirror is all you need.
Hi there, Coach Bob, host of Vivá La Visionary. Very excited to have Kelly Siegel with me. Kelly is an icon in his industry, but also in podcasting and connecting, and he does it as a visionary in a very vulnerable way of sharing his experience. So, Kelly, great to have you here.
Bob, it's a pleasure. I don't believe there are coincidences. I just popped in, and I'm going through this massive transition. I feel like I have been a caterpillar in a cocoon, and very recently, through some IFS therapy, I'm starting to become a butterfly, and I think you're going to be my missing ingredient that I need. So there are no coincidences. We're going to do some more things. So let's have some fun.
Good. No, thank you.
Me.
So you've been running on EOS for how long now?
6 years.
Right. Oh,
we implemented it during the pandemic.
Good. And there's a ton of great things about EOS, but I'm all about the visionary. So I want to hear, what have you learned about yourself and as the leader of the business as a visionary that you can share with us visionaries? Obviously, EOS is a great structure for us, but what else have you learned?
You're only going to go as far as your healing will allow you. So we have this ceiling, artificial ceiling, and it's your childhood beliefs and what you think you're worthy of. And EOS provides structure for amount of me to realize that everything I thought I knew, I didn't know shit. Sorry to swear, but
no,
I didn't know what I didn't know, and I thought I knew it.
Right.
And by going inward, I realized, holy smokes. And I don't need to know it. I just have to be consistent and keep showing up and keep doing the work. And water wears out a rock. So I just go on all these different modalities of therapy. And all of a sudden recently, I saw the light, and everything's starting to hockey stick. And I'm 50 years old. So I'm 50 years young. So it took that long, but hey.
An overnight success.
Yes. Yes. But it's awesome. I don't walk into chaos ever.
Right.
Life is really, really good. And now we're going to affect change in many, many areas. I own an IT cybersecurity firm where you heavily leveraging AI. So by using the EOS structure, we can make a lot of changes pretty rapidly. But I usually have a mirror in my pocket because that literally is the strongest. You guys want a tool. If you're a visionary or you're a business owner, a mirror is all you need. Look in the mirror, fix that person, and you will grow. And the deeper you go inside, the sky becomes the limit. So I've raised the temperature finally in my thermostat. I hit up against a glass ceiling. We put in EOS. We plowed through that record breaker. We hit another glass ceiling. I went within. Now the sky's the limit.
Because as you said something earlier, we are the cause of and cure of all of life's problems.
Yep. Yeah, we are the solution and the problem. Right. And when you can set your ego aside and know that and laugh about it, if you can't laugh at yourself, who are you going to laugh at?
Right.
So once you set that aside and you do the true delegate and elevate,
right.
And the challenge of me is I've done so much healing that I can now feel other people and
right.
I can feel their energy, and I just go, it's I can feel some fear in you, and I see some doubt, and I can pinpoint it, and like me, they deny it. Oh, what do you say? No, right. I just don't want to do this. It's
right. like imposter syndrome. When I first was talking to Dr. Doug about that, I'm like, well, that's not my problem. And then, oh boy, that was. And to overcome that's been amazing. And not even overcome it, but be aware of it and hopefully overcome some of it.
By healing also too, you need to have these conversations that are so deep, but they help you. When you go into those meetings, I always say, do you want to? It has to be relevant. It has to help, and it has to be kind. Those are the three things if I don't say it. I've been throwing in will it land, but that's kind of the help. Are they ready to hear what they're about to hear? If they're not, you can say it. It could be true, and they ain't gonna listen.
Well, it's interesting. So, as I used to be an implementer for EOS, and we would graduate people when the visionary was in the seat of the visionary. But I see you, and what I've heard about you, you aren't in the seat. You are being the visionary. You are being you. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Anything to add to that?
Well, I would say that I'm being me as the visionary, but I'm also being the life coach, the motivational coach.
Love it.
I have this vision. I grew up so poor. I grew up on the east side at 8 Mile and Van Dyke, and we were so poor. We were on welfare. My parents beat me. Like that's why I'm a big guy. If you're watching on, I don't know if this is going to be on YouTube, whatever. If you're watching, I'm a big guy, and I built this armor to protect me.
Right.
So what happened? I thought everything was unsafe. I thought the world was unsafe. So I built a company on fear. You can get really successful, but you will hit a wall. So I then all of my companies have a shield as a logo because I want to protect people from getting beat. And I pay it forward. So I see somebody like you, I want to help. My entire work family, I'm with them all the time. I want to see them succeed. So they know when I say difficult conversations and have growth conversations that I'm coming from the heart. And I mean it. I don't need to keep working. I could retire, but I love what we're doing. We're protecting companies against cyber threats, the Iranians, Chinese, whoever's doing this. We protect them against them. And then I protect all my employees to make sure that they have a job. And then I do a little bit of coaching here and there. I just help people get to their potential. And I can see it. It's a blessing and a curse, Bob.
I know.
Because we are, as humans, we have this. That people say you only die once. You only live once. I go, you only die once.
Right.
You live every day.
Yep. Love that.
So why not enjoy it?
Well, I think that's one of the biggest things as people, a lot of us visionaries, we start a business, we're having fun in life, and then we start this business and it's exciting. And then we hit the ceiling of complexity and then it gets hard. And a lot of times the fun is gone. So to put structure in, and I told you, I used to avoid structure like the plague.
Yeah, right.
Structure around who and what matters most actually makes sense. And I owe a lot to Gino and EOS for that. But then beyond that, it's like, okay, I want to have fun again. I want to be me again. I want to have these crazy ideas and make a difference in the world, which I know you're doing.
Well, I want to give your listeners something very good that I learned. And it's structure is another word for systems.
Right.
And systems to me stands for save yourself time, energy, money, and stress.
Right.
So anybody listening to this and just heard Bob come out of his mouth, I don't need that. I didn't have a website until I was doing $2 million a year in revenue. It was under construction as a technology company.
Right.
I don't need any of that. And that fear made me swim upstream and also buck the system because I should be dead or in jail like most of my friends. So everything I did, that became my identity. Oh, you tell me it can't be done, I'll do it twice. And that'll work for you. It'll get you here, but it won't get you there and it will keep you here. So system is the best thing in the world. And now with AI, you can just go in and say, build me standard operating procedures for this.
Right.
And then implement it and manage to it. And and just simple 3-strike rule.
Right.
And it's the kindest thing in the world.
I love it.
It really is.
So a couple last questions. One is we talk about in EOS about letting go of the vine. And I find a lot of visionaries have a hard time letting go of the vine because they don't know what life beyond the vine is. And often many of us that start a company and grow it, it's a lot of our identity.
Yeah.
And do you have any comments on how do you let go of that and then figure out your identity and be you?
So Bob, the backstory of me, this is very fresh. So I literally have just let go of my identity of having to be everywhere, do everything, and be the true leader where it's I wouldn't ask anybody to do anything that I haven't done. So in my company, I have punched down jacks. I have been on my hands and knees. I've worked 24 hours. I've done it all. And I wore that as a badge of honor. Now, if I'm doing that, we're losing money. And I know that now. So you have to, and here's what I did to do that. Mine was a very extreme case. The abuse that I endured for years was survival. And it was years from as far back as I can remember till I left the house at 16. So 16 years, I built a survival identity. So I went to talk therapy, hypnotherapy, emotional intelligence therapy. I went to EMDR therapy. And then now I'm doing IFS and I've done plant medicine. All of that to try to strip that me holding on to what I just realized. And it's just literally witnessing those parts of me that I had to push down out of fear and shame.
And you pushed a lot of stuff down other than just fear and shame.
I pushed anxiety down. I pushed joy.
I was the biggest one,
joy.
Yeah.
So when you're numbing and dumbing and you're coping with things, you're also pushing down joy. And it's just literally yesterday in therapy, joy popped its head out and I started smiling. And I'm telling you, there's no coincidence I'm here to feel and meet you because you're probably going to help me get to the next level. And, we're building a big brand and we're helping IT companies or every company all over the world with their, combating cybersecurity. So how do you do it? Look in that mirror, do lots and lots of therapies. Every body, every mind is different. So each one of the modalities, I actually have a podcast coming out next week. I did a solo show on each one of those modalities, and I told you what it did for me. For me, hypnotherapy and EMDR were the two big ones. I had to heal some massive things, and now IFS has been the hardest things. So it's you. It's inside. It's subconscious, and it's way down there. You got to bring that up and just sit. Feeling is healing, and you cannot heal what you're unwilling to reveal.
Nice.
So these are things that people are probably listening to going, these guys are crazy. I give speeches on this. I've talked to massive influencers, massive business, billionaires that say the same thing. How else do you hear about Michael Jackson, Elvis, all of these guys who have billions of dollars killing themselves because they didn't go down and heal?
Right.
And we all know what happened with, Michael Jackson's family growing up. And what do you think's going on with Tiger Woods right now? Like, you can afford a driver, and yet he still does it because this is the chaos that we create. What we don't repair repeats. God will keep sending you that message until you learn it. And mine took too damn long. So
thank you
for working on you,
helping us to shorten the learning curve. And how do we see your website and your podcasts?
I'm kelly.siegel.71 on Instagram. Harder Than Life show. It's funny because as I've healed this identity, I'm not hard anymore.
Right.
I had John Gordon on. He looked at me and goes, "You're the love bear." The love bear. That's what they say. And I laugh and I go, because what did I lack as a child? I didn't have any love and no safety. So I provide safety, and now I'm giving lots of love. So kelly.siegel.71. If you guys message me Bob's name, I will, we have AI sending you our 2 books. We have 2 books, Harder Than Life, Happier Than Life, where we break down all this stuff. I'm doing this to give it back. So if you message me email me, kelly@harderthanlife.com. We'll send you the ebooks.
Awesome. I appreciate it. And like you said, synchronicity is amazing. And what we're doing here at 313 Media and with myself, Coach Bob, and then our community is we're elevating the energy, the consciousness, supporting each other, networking for each other. So I'm honored to meet you.
Pay it forward,
be
man.
Working with it, right?
Pay it forward.
All right. Peace. Appreciate you, brother.
Good to
All
meet
right.
you.
Thank you.